Welcome back to Maymay Plays. I am Maymay. Today we're going to be working our way around the Druid Grove. Last time we saw Damon and we tried to punch Aridin and that didn't work out so well. Let's see what other trouble we can get in today. Let's start by going over here and chatting with... I think we already talked to Roland and them. Since they're over here. My character not gonna move? There we go.
We should have left by now. Damnation! Instead, we're just sitting here, practically begging to be attacked. Staying is a mistake.
Why the rush to leave?
You don't understand. My apprenticeship with Leroican begins shortly. I cannot be late. Yes, that Leroican. The greatest wizard in Baldur's Gate.
Haven't heard of him.
I've heard that name before. A young man, yes? Lives in Ramesses Tower in the upper city.
The very same.
Word in Waterdeep has it he's a bit of a cad. But you say he's an accomplished wizard.
Of course he is. The greatest spellcaster along the Sword Coast. As if I'd settle for a lesser mentor.
In that case, I'd very much appreciate it if you could arrange an introduction, should we reach the city.
I love this little exchange. Let's see. Good idea. Powerful acquaintances can never hurt.
If it's powerful acquaintances you're after, you have to look no further than yours truly. Few can match me, in either magic or talent. In years to come, you will boast of this meeting, I can assure you. May we meet again in Baldur's Gate, my friend.
Aw, Roland.
Lee and Roland would never admit it, but they take an arrow for the other. Also stab each other. Not sure what will come first. Thanks for cutting in. There might have been more than words if you hadn't.
I would have loved to see the wizard throw down with the rogue.
Those goblins will rue the day they chose to tangle with this grove. You and I will do some good here. I can feel it.
I need a quick word.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can.
Gruel. How about we stop thinking about Delicious Dwarf and we just take the bowl?
Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Thank you, Okta.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Some of these inspirations. Little rat.
If it isn't the talk of the camp.
It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh! You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
I wish I hadn't had Auntie Ethel spoiled for me, because she's so great. Let's let her fuss over us. Who doesn't love a granny fussing over you?
You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
We're just gonna drink this.
As you down the potion, a comforting warmth spreads through you.
I swear you're still as peaky looking.
I don't really know what's wrong with me. That's the problem.
Then let old Auntie Ethel have a look at you. First things first. Tell me what's at you.
What isn't? Sometimes I think terrible things. Really, really, really terrible things.
Oh, Petal, that's how it starts, you know. Thinking is only a step away from doing. Were you hurt recently? An accident of some sorts? That could explain things.
All I know is that right now, I'm imagining drowning you in that boiling stew over there.
Oh, you cheeky pup. That might scare someone else, but I know what naughty girls need. A bit of love and care. If I was back in my tea house, I'd make you a cuppa and tell you to put your feet up. Alas, here I can only tell you to be kind to yourself, Petal. And encourage you to browse my bits and pieces, of course. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Myself included.
Yeah, no thanks, Auntie Ethel. Thank you for being nice to me.
Sure. What else am I here for? Bye now, Petal.
Bye, Auntie Ethel. Oops. Wrong way. Wait, what was this a guide to? Behavior of nymphs. Dearest Elminster, while you may lack imagination, nymphs, I assure you, do not. Nor does the public that eagerly awaits this work. I will refrain from publishing this piece for now, but only that I may conduct a more extensive bout of research. Your friend these many years. Follow them to Godarm. Author, researcher, raconteur, etc. And we don't meet him. Surprisingly, meet everybody freaking else. I guess I can open this. Are we stealing? We're not stealing. The last thing I want to do is start a fight in the Druid camp. Do not recommend. Do not recommend starting a fight in the Druid camp. Unless you intend to start the fight in the Druid camp. That's a whole nother story. I am kind of sad that we scared away Aradin and his friends. Because we miss out on some stuff over here, but they're jerks, so it's okay. But, there you go. There's a backpack. I don't think it's stealing since they're not here. Let's take all your potatoes. We're starting.
Careful, I bite.
Yes, I am
With
perfectly
pleasure.
aware of that. There we go. Have a necklace, we'll sell that. Fabulous. Take all that. Oh, what does that say about the elf song? Dimly lit. Proprietor Alan. Disembodied elvish singing voice. Pick that up. Pick that up. Get some beer. The tank on the floor too. We'll go annoy some people upstairs. Maybe not with Astarion. Where's Farrell? Oh, Farrell apparently is stuck downstairs. Up the ladder, Farrell. There we go. Let's talk to our favorite tiefling couple.
And we'll have a dog, right?
They don't allow them in Baldur's Gate.
Cats, though?
A little orange cat. And a house with a little door so that it can come and go as it pleases.
And a high fence to keep eavesdroppers out.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. Good luck to you both.
Thanks. I suppose we'll all need it.
What about you? Big plans for when you get to the city?
Let's see. I want a new life entirely, to be a wholly new person.
Know what you mean.
Do we ever?
But I've heard there's all sorts in the city. It might not be like it was in El Terrell. I mean, in Baldur's Gate, they give you a chance.
Good luck to you. Wish us a little too. I think we'll all need it.
Surely destined for the slaughter. What would be more perfect than to die by your love's side? And know love was not enough.
Work when we get to the city.
Whatever we want.
I think I'd make a fine teacher.
All the thoughts.
Sure. Blood excites me.
Right.
Okay, Bex, you might be a little at the dark urge yourself with that.
Breathe deep and move.
Okay, we'll skip that door for right now. Come back to it. Let's pick up the lovely rhyming book. Try not to chat with Gale. I don't want to talk to him if he's grumpy.
But that will fit in my bag.
We're exposed now.
Steal all your bedrolls and sell them. I do need... Hey, Donnie.
No.
We're not going to talk to you, Donnie, because you're not going to talk to us. So there's no point.
Let's get on with it. Might as well.
Those up. And those on. And that crate.
How delicious.
I should rest. I made a mistake in my first game where
Should be easy.
I barely long rested and I missed so much by not long resting. What is this? Magic weapon. Look at that to Gale. Oops, that was not Gale. We'll long rest before we go down and talk to these, because it's not going to make a difference if we do this right now. Okay, let's long rest. Yes.
There are important matters to discuss.
If not over,
Okay, let's go talk to
then through.
Withers.
Something
Hello, Withers.
We meet again, as predicted.
Good to see you too.
I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
You were sorting something before. What were you doing?
Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
So he's talking about hirelings, just in case, for some reason, kind of like what happened with Lae'zel, you wind up offing most of your party, and then you have no one to join you. I've never had to hire one, so I don't know a whole lot about them. but they're there just in case you need them. Impressive. Are there other ways you can help us?
Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more.
This is beneficial if you happen to throw anybody in fire and you can't get their body back. I'm not saying that that's happened, but... That's incredibly powerful magic. Why is it so easy for you?
Because it is my calling. There is little else to explain.
You mentioned a cost. What is it?
A matter of coin.
200's actually pretty cheap. In 3.5, you had to have diamonds, and diamonds were expensive and rare to raise people, so. And then he can help you change your class. And no, we don't really need to talk to him about anything else. Bye, Withers. Let's go talk to some of these people with stuff over their head. Sometimes who you talk to first, the other ones will disappear. Let's go... Well, it doesn't matter who we talk to. Let's go talk to Starian.
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin.
You seem more relaxed.
I am. I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring when we meet this goblin priestess.
Nobody
Will
said we're doing
she
that tomorrow.
know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over?
It doesn't have to be. We can still travel together.
Good. I don't want you to run off just yet. You're quite the ally, after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving the crash, surviving everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for.
I thought you didn't like me.
You have your charms. More than you think.
I failed an insight. Perhaps we should get to know one another better.
A delicious thought, but...
But what are you waiting for?
The right moment. I'm sorry. I need to clear my head. I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
Very fair. Shadowheart.
The leader of the pack comes to chat. What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward.
Absolutely.
The sooner we find this priestess gut, the better. Can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head.
So what will come next for you once this is all over?
Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me.
Oh yes? Who?
Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else?
At least she wasn't as spicy as she could have been about that. How are you feeling?
The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do?
Maybe I could leave you tied up while I hunted for a cure.
Really? I'd just kill you.
Of course you would.
Anyway, get some rest. Try not to dream about tying me up.
You know that wasn't the implication. Let's see if she has anything else to say.
The Blade of Frontiers. Let's hope Will lives up to his name. We'll need all the help we can get.
No. Those are all still the same. Starian, did you have anything to say about...
So, We're traveling with the famed Blade of Frontiers. I feel safer already.
You're good. Let's go talk to said... This is where Liesel would have been. I've said Blade of Frontiers. Hello, Will.
A tingle runs through your head and down to your feet.
Ah, there it is. That shiver. Our little brainworms have made fast friends, it would seem. How do you feel?
Surprisingly fine in spite of it all.
Surprising is just the word, isn't it? Before the Illithid's unscheduled surgery, I'd felled hundreds of beasts and a fair few fiends. The tadpoles weakened me, suppressed greater talents, but beyond that, I've showed no signs of turning. No nausea, no pain, not even a hot flash.
Something special about us, or at least about our tadpoles.
Indeed. Perhaps the worm's vat was poisoned. Perhaps we're uncommonly fit. Or perhaps the tadpoles are merely on holiday. We could conjecture all
Well,
night.
according to the
I
lore,
suppose the why doesn't matter
I don't know
so
about
much
my
as
character,
the what
but all the
next.
rest of these people were
And
very
that
high
answer
level.
is plain as the horns on a war devil's
And
head.
the
We get these things out.
little worm in their brains
Let's
suppressed
get
all
some
of that.
rest. Dawn comes sooner than we think.
Well, I know you have more to say than that.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
Oh, I should have taken your clothes before I did this. We'll just go down the line. How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it. And she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Zariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
It's not exactly easy to journey to the hells from the Sword Coast. How did you manage it?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Let's move on to other matters.
All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Tell me, Will, how did you come to be the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse blared into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
Is that how you lost your eye in the goblin battle?
It was an even bloodier day, and a stronger foe. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
Let's lean in and examine that eye a little more closely.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone, used to confer with distant contacts.
It also looks like it has a hoof. Like the little heart in the iris of the eye. Isn't your eye a sending stone?
A sending stone? Nothing
Like
so
this.
special, I assure you.
this part of
His
it.
breathing quickens. His jaw tenses. Will is keeping something
This
from
part
you.
right here. It
A
looks like a hoof.
strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
Do we want to be... Let's do
You
it.
focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest.
Oh, I guess we did use it today. All right, then. Let's change the subject.
Gladly. Anything more we should discuss?
I don't suppose you've come across an expert healer in your travels.
I've come to know a fair few village clerics, but none with the skill to pull these worms from our heads. From what I understand, there's a healer called Nettie in the Grove. Perhaps she's got the talent. We should pay her a visit.
I've got no memory of my past. Could this parasite have done it?
Seems unusual to me. Then again, we're talking about tadpoles inserted into our brains by rubber-skinned tentacle monsters. There's nothing usual about it. All the more reason to stick close. I think you'll agree.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I've also got this bloodthirst, an urge to destroy, maim, kill.
Anger. I understand. We've been preyed on by illithids, suffered insertion of a mind-bending worm. Bloodthirst is another matter. But perhaps not too big of one, if it's a devil or demon's flesh you're wanting to tear.
We'll leave it at that for right now. Oh, Gale has something to say now. Or he did. What is it, Gale?
I've known a few warlocks in my time. Talented, of course, though sometimes too eager to listen to the devils on their shoulders. Comes with the territory, unfortunately. How can I help?
You had a thing over your head for a hot second. Alright, let's see if I can... Interesting. What is this? Oh. Aha! There you are, Will. Let's hope. Let's see. I will just do that. Oh, now I am naked. Oops. Hopefully YouTube doesn't mind that. I like Will's clothes. It can't close better than my own. So I'll be taking those. And oh my gosh, I've got a lot of these. Let me give these to you, Gale, so I can see them better. We're gonna just divvy these up real quick. And then we will go.
I'm ready.
Respec Shadowheart.
This way.
Since we're doing new classes, we've got to give Shadowheart the new cleric class.
Thy name has been recorded.
Thank you,
I
Withers.
shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
We have need right now. Help! Can you help me change my class?
As thou desire.
So we're gonna stay as a cleric. We are going to be the Death Domain. So she gets a new cantrip called Toll the Dead. Ring the Bell of Impending Doom. If the target is at full health, you deal 1 to 8 extra necrotic damage. Normally it deals 1d12. It's a wisdom save. Get spells False Life, Ray of Sickness. Reaper, your necromancy cantrips that only target one creature can target an additional creature. That's very nice. What does this do? Martial weapons. Perfect. We're gonna have lots of undead minions. That wasn't the button I wanted either. This is the button I wanted. So she still gets turned undead. She gets Touch of Death. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal extra necrotic damage. Love it. We'll leave those. Actually, instead of Guiding Bolt? Yeah, instead of Radiant damage, we will be doing necrotic damage. Because I can't imagine we're gonna need a healer. Well, I mean, she's gonna still be able to heal, but it's not gonna be as big of a deal. No, because we're playing unbalanced. So it should be okay. Alright. Good work, Shadowheart. Alright. Let us
Light on my feet.
sleep and recover our auto select everything. Maybe we want auto select everything because it wants to use all of them. Quit that. It'll pick all the like just basic food instead of these camp supplies. And these weigh a lot. Are you sneaking off to Astarion? Y'all just had a full meal of camp supplies. Okay, we will make sure to cast Mage Armor. Can I not? Oh, I think I have that locked. That's fine. Do that. Okay. Let's head out. Finish up this Druid Grove, which we barely even touched.
What now?
Alright, Astarion.
Something only I know.
Make one up.
You can do that.
Quick step.
I love playing with Mattis.
Hold out your hand, mister. Let me show you something. Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
Nice sleight of hand. Hammer's flourish, right?
I never learned names or anything. Just the tricks. Anyway, forget that. Take the ring. I want to show you how lucky it is.
Let's reverse that.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
We'll just play along heads.
Heads it is. See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
You can drop the act.
I don't know what you mean.
Come on, this is a Tinker's Trash scam. A clumsy one.
Hey, that hurts. I'm running an honest... okay, what's a Tinker's Trash?
It's when a scammer offers the target a magic item.
Uh-huh.
Then rigs a game to gain the target's trust and sell them trash.
Huh. Interesting. And I promise, this isn't a Tinker's Trash scam.
Then what kind of con is it?
Look, I swear to you, These rings are the real deal. I promise. I'm not running a scam. Last chance. You want to look at my stuff or not?
Sure, here's your ring. Let's trade.
I knew it. Hang on. That's what I got.
I don't think I've ever made this perception check. Ever. Let's see, what kind of dye do you got? Sea green, orange, pale green, yellow. Wish he had better dye. Mattis. Oh, no, let's not buy a fish. Well, maybe we will buy a fish. Man, that's a big fish. We can buy a shovel. Starion already has a shovel. We'll buy this book. Maybe we can say we bought something from you, Mattis, and I can get rid of some of this other stuff. Actually, I need to give that to Gale. One. How much is this rope? Okay. Perfect.
You bought something. Most everybody says it looks like junk and moves on.
I just wanted to support a young businessman.
Oh, you have. You definitely have. Anyway,
have
see
a
you
feeling
again sometime.
we
Take
did
care.
not make the other
Safe
check.
travels.
Oh, okay, we made it.
You realize your bag feels light. You were just robbed.
Oh, we didn't make the other check. Starion. Damn it, Sylphie. Oh, I know where you are. I'll get my stuff back. Maybe. I don't even know what they steal. Because, you know what? He's just going to wear the magic ring. Because he can. It's a heavy crossbow. I'm pretty sure Gale can equip this. Yes, okay. Just in case. It's always good to have an option.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
What was it, Jay? Where... These are the completed ones. We, obviously... We sided with the team. We defeated Lizelle. Find your belongings. Speak to the thieves. We've been robbed. By children, no less. They distracted us by posing as merchants. We should have a word with them. I don't even know what they actually take. Oh, so Sylphie, what are you doing there? Hold on.
Oh, hi.
I've been robbed. Have you seen anyone acting suspiciously?
Me? Suspicious? No?
I know your game, and it's sloppy. Drop the act. Hopefully I can roll above a 5. Okay.
It wasn't my idea. It was Mole's. I wasn't supposed to say her name. Anyway, I won't say anything else. You can't make me, even if you murder me.
Before you can say anything else, she sprints away.
Bye, Sylphie.
At least things have stayed
Again.
interesting. They should all be running.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now!
She's a thief, hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back!
Oh, let me through, Mragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out!
They're gonna turn into a bar.
Calm, Magrin. Give her a chance. You, step back.
We'll not tolerate drow in here.
If it weren't for me, you'd be overrun by goblins by now. I'll go where I please.
Kick back, force my hand, and I'll show you its claws.
A moment, Giona.
What? Oh, I understand. You. Apparently Korga wants to see you.
I don't really want to
Go
see
ahead.
Kaga. Kaga's mean.
I do wish I could understand you.
What's hiding here?
More fish. Keep away from Tuffet. She's lazy enough as it is. Hello, Volo.
Ah, my good friend. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest.
And there's no overstating my disinterest. I've no time for questions.
I'll make it very quick. Hand to heart.
Fine, Volo. Ask your questions.
Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size, nature, distinguishing qualities?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Common variety goblins, led by a lasher and flanked by booyogs.
My, a scholar after my own heart. Spent much time among goblins?
You? No. I'm not unfamiliar with their kind, certainly.
Shocking little creatures, aren't they? Still, there's quite a bit more to them than most accounts allow. I myself plan to record the world's most extensive catalogue of their means and habits. A blue ocean of information.
Why blue?
I dare say. Now,
Oh,
I
because
have
the
a
ocean's
few more
blue.
questions, if you don't mind.
I'm dumb.
And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety?
Volo. I think there's been a misunderstanding. What do you want exactly?
The truth, my friend. Not a jot more or less. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates?
Yes, they called out the name like a war cry.
They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one, a captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god Maglabiet in favor of someone called the Absolute. The scandal!
Goblin superstition, not worth the ink and parchment.
Ah, but is superstition all? These goblins are informed by a kind of strategy anathema to their kind. I, for one, intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm just preparing to head
Course
to
you
their
do,
camp
Volo.
as we speak, in fact.
You're gonna go
If
get
you'll
yourself killed.
Excuse me, I ought not to door roll.
Be careful, goblins aren't known for mercy.
Oh, never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, hmm? And an invisibility potion stashed in the
Potion.
back pocket.
Until we meet again.
Bye, Volo. You're kind of an odd duck.
More for me.
I smell drama amongst these adventurers. What have you heard?
Why are you asking the bear that? Why would the bear that we just met know about what we're doing?
Keep their confidence, if you insist.
Miniature giant space hammer. Hamster, not hammer. Very little is known about this particular cryptid, though stories say they tend to choose well-muscled human males as their steeds when they deign to visit this plane. According to legends, this creature retains a wellspring of indescribable power known only to itself, though it provides its steed with perhaps mystical, perhaps mundane courage. Unsubstantiated rumors claim the creature has a taste for human eyes. Wonder who that's talking about. So funny. They're so messy. Shadowheart, pick up this rock.
There's no time to waste.
Oh, no, no, pick it up, not sit on it. There. Quit.
Keep it together.
Hi, Bear. I'm sorry I can't talk to you. But I know you're sad about Halson missing.
Another step forward.
Oh, actually, at this point, we don't even know what that druid's name is. You're sad about the head druid missing. Well, we might know what his name is, but I don't think anybody said it in this playthrough yet. This can go to Astaria. Take those. You always have to be careful when jumping, because you may or may not wind up with your entire party on the other side.
I want to have a word.
Nope, I don't want to talk to the bear. Oh, see, he's unhappy. He's an unhappy bear. And then I go and take all his fish.
Yes, I see. And is that her with 2 hours on one?
Let's... What time is it? Let's go over here. Alright. Oh, bless her hair. Alright, so we will end it right here for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We will continue running around the Druid Grove, talking to Alfira, see what's up with all of that next time. Bye!